Hello, and today we're looking at the 2025 question A-2. This is a conic sections question. So the image on the below shows a future row office pod in Dublin. So we've got this office pod here, and it's elliptical in shape. The outline of the pod is the shape of an ellipse, as I said. The drawing below shows the axis AA, the directrix D1, eccentricity line E, so they've given us that line, we don't need to find it ourselves, the vertex V, the focus F, and 2 points P and Q on the curve of a similar ellipse. Okay, so they're kind of on the curve down here and here. There's a straight line between them. Okay, so what we're being asked to do here is draw the elliptical outline of the pod. All right, so first thing we need to do in dealing with an ellipse is we need to have a vertex and a vertex, okay? So we found one vertex where it's given to us because it's gone 45 degrees from F and down, and we are also going to go 45 degrees from F here. And we're going to drop that straight down then onto our axis. So that's V. We have our two vertices there, vertices. All right. Now, our next important line is our line of eccentricity, or sorry, our, just get a colour for that, is our latus rectum. So I'm going to draw my latus rectum here. Okay, that's my latus rectum. Okay, I'm going to take points running along here at any position you want. Okay, if you want to do set measurements, you can. So we'll just go, see what's the distance, 90. So I'll go maybe every 15, say. Just to kind of get regular intervals there. Yeah, I'm happy enough with that. I might even just do an extra one here because it'll be kind of a tight curve. Okay, and then finally we'll also pick a position between V and F. Okay, there's always marks for finding a point between V and F also. So just to show what we do at one point, we're going to draw a line. Okay, so it's a double ordinate, and we're seeing where it hits the line of eccentricity. Where it hits the line of eccentricity, I'm going to draw a cross onto my latus rectum. I'm going to, my compass, set the compass to that length. And I'm going to swing that back down then onto my ordinate. And while I have that distance, I'll find it here as well. So those are going to be 2 points on my curve. Okay, and we're just going to repeat that all the way along. So draw my ordinate up for each one. Might as well do it now while I can. It's almost on cue, that's fine. Find another point here, up to my line of eccentricity. I'm actually going to have to increase the length of my latus rectum. Okay, so where it hits the line of eccentricity in each one of those, swing it back or project it back onto my line or my latus rectum. Okay, let's get our compass, set it to that distance, swing it back down onto my ordinate. So that's going to be a point, increase the length. Point. Point, and look, it's actually going to be bang on Q there, we can see. So Q is a point. We'll go up again. Swing it down. Found a point there, and while we're at it, we'll find a point on the far side. And then my point then closer to V, just to give us an accurate curve and find it on both sides. Okay, so we got these points now. So let's find two more sets. So we're going to go with between V and F. I'll draw my line until I hit my latus rectum, or hit my line of eccentricity. Bring that across to the latus rectum. Compass set to that distance. We'll swing it down. We'll find it on the opposite side also. Okay, so there are 2 more points. And finally, my line of eccentricity, where it intersects the latus rectum, that is a point on the curve. So I'll get from F up to there, that distance there, and I'll bring it down, swing it down. And that's another point. Okay, so that helped me to get a nice accurate curve out here. Okay, so lastly then, we just want to draw those, okay, a nice gradual arc or curve. Okay, so looking at the point you're traveling to all the time. I'm actually just going to start over here. Bring that back around and we'll finish at P. Okay, and bring this one around. Nice gradual curve, just about touching off of V. And in, and we'll finish at Q. Okay, so that's my curve and my elliptical outline of the pod completed. Now, part B, determine and indicate the position of a second focal point on the ellipse. Okay, that's actually quite easy. Okay, we know that the distance between V and F will be the same between V and F here. Okay, so I can just get that distance on my compass. And from V, swing an arc here. I'll just clearly label that as F2. So that's F1 and that's F2. Right there. Okay, so just make sure we've got evidence of an arc showing that. All right, so a nice easy part B to finish that.